Floating islands linked together by shifting bridges. I get the feeling this is gonna be an annoying chapter. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this. I'm thinking maybe Jerome's paralogue with the bridges actually moving, combined with like a bit of Night of Farewells with its appearing, disappearing, reappearing passageways. So, this could be potentially annoying. Well, at least there are intact forts here, but all the civilization here just seems to be kind of ruined. Also, there's Anthony. So, you guys in the comments really seem to hate this guy. I'm interested to find out why, though, let me just give you forewarning. Jerkish YouTube thumbnails have kind of spoiled how things end with him for me, but I don't know what happens between here and then. And once again, we're heading towards the castle that totally isn't named after an Earthbound antagonist.
What? Oh my.
You're only just noticing the floating islands? I think everywhere here is floating islands. Huh.
Well,
Or they could vanish entirely.
No.
Will probably be alright. Yeah, we're running into some enemies. Yeah, I kind of see where this is going. At least Anthony's not saying things like, there is no trap across this bridge.
What?
Apparently there's an actual Metal Gear Solid moment where there's someone who... Oh, that looks interesting. Oh no, Leo and Takumi, get off that bridge now.
Come on.
Nope, Takumi, stay, please don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. You're one of my most broken characters, and the last time you fell into a bottomless canyon, bad things happened to you.
Thanks.
And thus, thousands of fanfictions were born. Yes, it would have. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
What?
And why is there creepy enemy music playing right now? Oh no, masked ninjas.
Wait.
So something's obviously wrong here, but... Oh. And all units on it, okay. Doesn't actually tell where it's going to go, though. I'm guessing this is a defeat boss. And I'm guessing the boss is going to be a generic Valite. Maybe. Okay, at least you guys don't have Poison Strike, so... One of you had a silver. Yeah, there. That's a silver. Interesting. Okay, this is not one of those gimmicky... All the enemies are... Like, clusters of enemies of the same class. Also, there's always one with a silver. Interesting. Silver Axe Berserkers are pretty terrifying, though you don't move. I guess because you're guarding those chests. Interesting, there are some chests here. I think I know who I'm bringing. Oh, Ragnarok. Yeah, that is... Even the non-Ragnarok ones. Yeah, you guys are scary. And, of course... Okay, so this is emptiness. Not obstacles, so you can fly over it. Oh, they all have sun festals. Okay, unless you're a... You are just a generic Vup. And... I feel like the stat scaling with difficulties on bosses is a little off in this game. Often on the higher difficulties, the bosses end up with vastly lower stats than their generic minions. So... Okay, we only have 2 droppable chest keys here. There are actually quite a few flyers. There are chests all over the place, but there aren't enough chest keys to get them all, so... Like I said, there are a lot of flyers here and a lot of generals. Yeah, see, these things, if anything, feel better than the boss. Boss just has a bit more strength. And I was wondering about, yeah, because in the paralogs I was doing, I was seeing enemy Malignites, and I was wondering where I'd see those for myself, but now they're finally appearing. Yeah, see, you only have rat spirits. You're nowhere near as scary as the other things. Okay, I was terrified that was like a hexing rod or something, but no, it's just a Wayne Festal. This map seems kind of interesting, almost like a puzzle in a way. But who to bring here? I am actually going to bring Kaze just because I want Lock Touch. And I actually kind of want to bring Baruka as well. But, so here's the thing. I want to bring Sakura, Leo, Takumi, Elise. Because I haven't used them in a while. Now, actually, Takumi's going to be pretty useful with all these flyers around. He should go, I guess, towards the center, because that's where most of the flyers are clustered. Thankfully, he seems to already be there. That's good. And I think Leo should go... actually, no, because... even though I would like a magic user to take down all of these generals, I don't want to split my healers. Okay, so we have Baruka and Silas, we have Kaze. Where is Mozu? I need to bring you. I could try Midori here, but... no, his stats are looking pretty good, but overall I don't particularly feel like using many second gens in this run, because, I don't know, I tend to like first generation characters more in this game. We can pick quite a few characters. If I was going to bring Azuma, I might want to promote him. We do have enemies of pretty much all types, but we should bring a few hammers, I guess, and, okay. Oh, actually, yeah, I do want more Lock Touch users, so I may as well bring Saizo and Charlotte. You know what? I might want to try something. So Charlotte, her critical rate is already high enough as it is. I don't want Gamble, because she's been having very shaky hit rates lately. And I can bring one more. Well, if I bring one more, we may as well bring... actually, either Azura or Shigure. Could try Shigure. Yeah. Now let's sort out our inventory. Okay, you have the hammer. Let's give you a better axe. So we have better axes here. We have steel clubs. We have... we've pretty much got killer axes for everyone, so let's give you one of those. Actually, that Tomahawk is going to be really useful on her because of her personal skill, which is something that never really occurred to me before. I'm not sure there's really much I could do to combine that, but I think you have enough, and you definitely have enough. Are there any better tomes I can give her? I can give her Thunder, which for some reason Xander has. I don't know why, but from the enemies last time, I guess. So Killer Axe, and you probably need a second hammer. Let's take that. And you need better... do I have better shurikens? Actually, yeah, his magic is alright enough to possibly use a flame shuriken decently. Actually, that could be useful too. That counts flyers too, though I probably want to give him a Master Seal just in case he needs to promote during this chapter, which he probably will. And you get rid of that steel axe, and... probably take a beast killer, which you already have, so we're gonna swap that. We also might want to give him a guard Naginata as well. You probably need some better lancers. Now, having so many characters, it does get a bit confusing trying to figure out who has what. But I think we... Wait. We think we should be fine. Okay, so you're gonna go near where those armors are. I mean, I actually... Oh, right. You guys are kind of terrifying for Baruka to potentially run into. And... yeah, I think this way is probably the best way for Charlotte to go. Did not mean to select that. The other way, that is the way that these two will go. Can't swap them around though. And that's everyone, so let's move!
I see.
We do need to be careful because they apparently relocate people who are on bridges. And we are still in pass below mode, which I think we'll still be in for quite a while. Okay, yeah, that is really worrying, actually. But if I open up a bridge there, I can probably tank with Baruka and a hammer. So I'll just have to see. That will get rid of that bridge there, but I could try it. Okay, wait a minute. What do you guys have? Still... Okay, one of you has a tomahawk. Should be okay. Dragon's Bridge! And now you go here and equip the hammer. Let me just see how much she takes from everything. Maybe equipping the hammer is not such a good idea, because if she gets hit by everything in the same phase, she could die. Although she does have... Guard Gauge could fix that. Maybe for now, let's actually not equip a hammer. Let's just equip a regular iron axe. Kinda wish I had a rally user up there. I'm also worried about the potential of reinforcements here, but... You know what, I'm gonna go fly over here and snipe some ninjas, except they, Okay, the silver one, how much does the silver one do? There's still only 8. If I activate the bridges, they could all rush us, but... I'm actually gonna try and do this.
Leave it to me.
The camera goes kind of weird there. Somebody is gonna have to stand by on this Dragon Vein point, though. Actually, should probably switch to you just to fly you over, maybe. Okay, enemies, what are you doing, please? You... Okay, Wayne Festal is usually pathetic. And I healed 9, that's more than it usually is. But that is enough. Oh yeah, and of course, because of Quick Draw, Moz is doing less damage. I believe the physic is on Elise, not on Sakura.
Everything will be fine.
His bridges do look pretty cool, though. I don't want to turn it on because it would look weird on the recording. Well, to let me give you an idea. Actually, when you do it when the enemies are moving, it doesn't look that weird. But when you turn on 3D... Woo-wee! Yeah. Anyway, that happens. And I just think this map is probably the kind that will look pretty cool in 3D, actually. But for now, I'm not going to do it.
I'll protect.
Obviously, because 3D doesn't even show up on the video.
I did it!
Should be another one of those advance slowly and carefully. What level of the enemies here? 6. That's okay. I do need to heal Mozu, though. Actually, she does have physic. Although I'm not sure if I should really be serving this, but there are a few more in the staff store we could buy. Are you debuffed at all? Yes, you are, kind of. Because there is the silver one there. Actually, how does Cuzhead do against you guys? You don't double them, which is a little annoying. So I'm just going to go and attack you like this.
Unacceptable.
Still holding off a little bit. Okay, you're moving. I was afraid of that. How much does Silas take from you guys? Because in this case, I kind of want to actually... Actually, the thing that I could normally do is I could just shoot this guy with Takumi, even though it probably won't kill unless it gets a crit, which is somewhat likely.
Allow me.
And yes, it did happen. Because Takumi.
Good.
And I think you've just lost your competitive.
Yes.
Oh, look, he now has even more certainty of hitting, as if he needed that. And he actually didn't lose competitive. So, yeah. That's what I was worried about with Charlotte. Her defense is extremely low. But I think if we lure these guys in and just Takumi their faces off, it shouldn't be too bad. I don't think Silas will get doubled by anything. Just staying back here for now.
Let's see what we've got.
Once the flyers are gone, I can probably at least smash a few of these armors. But until then, we're just hanging back and waiting and maybe equipping a hand axe just in case that thing thinks to use a long-range weapon. Now, I don't know if that... Well, firstly, I knew that you would be doing that to Shigure, which is annoying, but you are debuffing yourselves like this. Aha! How do you like that? You are tasting your own medicine. Midori isn't here, so that doesn't have any kind of double meaning or anything.
This is my mission.
Mistake. Actually, yeah, that reminds me of something from another game that I'm kind of playing at the moment. And that's why I equipped the hand axe. But what it reminds me of is... Oh, mistake!
I got this.
Really? By the way, that's a Barry Goodman line. Gratuitous English is amazing sometimes. And now I'm actually a little blocked unless... Huh. Okay, so Charlotte has to move a little bit. But once she does, your days are, well, I would say numbered, but they're not even numbered, they're just gone.
Not my fault you're weak.
Exactly. What is that? Silas is weak to hammers being in an armored class. Of course he is. So, for now, I'm just going to return to Baruka's regularly scheduled standard iron axing. Also, don't lunge here. That'd be a really bad idea. I wonder if they're going to send a second Kinshi Knight after us. I don't know, but we can get through a few of these armors probably soon. Wait a minute, so... Oh, no, wait, you're doubling them because... You have exactly the same speed. Interesting. Oh, right, because of Darting Blow. That's why you're doubling them. Yeah, I kind of forget he has that, because obviously we didn't see him learn it. But it was something that he just started with. Also, there is an incoming Swordmaster. The Silver Swordmaster. The Silver Swordmaster. Sounds like a title that a character would get in like another Fire Emblem game. The Silver Swordmaster. Yeah, you're the one that I can actually get rid of, so may as well go for you.
This show is over!
2%? Wow. I'm actually really glad that he did that, because I was kind of worried about him debuff there. So, how much does the Swordmaster do? 15, and then you do 4, but you have a fairly hefty debuff on you, so... How much resistance do you have? 20. Because I just gotta... Actually, wait, no, I can't activate the Dragon Vein and have Leo or Sakura attack at the same time, so... For now, we're just gonna sit here and...
Let's go.
Have the weird fort zoom in. Would have kind of liked to crit there, but still. I think I might actually activate the bridges now. Dragon's Bridge! Oh look, it's a bridge. That's new. I had to say that at least once this chapter. I really don't want to speak too soon, but overall, this doesn't seem too bad. I will say Shigure is doing pretty well with that guard Naginata, because he is kind of a defensive Pegasus Knight. I've looked at his stats, and he feels like he's... At least one thing he has going for him at this point, because I do feel he's getting a bit strength screwed for me. The one thing he does have going for him is he does feel like a Tsubaki, but actually good. In a lot of ways. And I love how he can double ninjas. That's good too.
Ready for this?
Also got to watch out for the Kinshi Knights. That was a...
If you insist!
music-related one-liners, that's pretty cool.
My song is pure.
Is your level up pure, though? That was a lot better. Yeah, off-camera, it's weird. Normally I get the great level ups off-camera, but this time off-camera... Oh, of course, Mozu's there because she got moved with the bridge. I didn't actually, notice that, but of course she did, because the Dragon Veins are doing what they basically said they would do. But Mozu doesn't need any stinking bridges. She can just fly everywhere she wants. And again, the sheer hilarity of the fact that Sakura is actually the better one to leave out the front in the pair. Which feels really weird, but it actually is true. Now, like I said, there are those Kinshi Knights there. I think... Okay. Okay, you're stuck there, so... I think I might want to start hammering things now.
We have no choice.
Bang! Hammer time, whatever. I couldn't come with a good thing. But that did look extremely painful. 99, that's also extremely painful, but for different reasons. 1 off. Charlotte will be seeing some action, though. Don't worry. Hopefully she'll be seeing some action. Do I have just a... No, just use a men staff. And yeah, this is kind of boring so far, but
You're not alone.
we're just kind of slowly advancing. And yeah, she is definitely surviving this time.
Too easy.
I think Silas should only be at an E rank in, and that's Raleig's defense, isn't it? Yes, I really like that Wyvern Lords get rally defense. It's just kind of cool having a rally ability on a more mobile unit. And of course, the skill the generals get replacing rally defense in this game is amazing. A lot of the class skills in this game overall I find pretty good. Like, there aren't a lot of class skills that I just look at and I go, why would you ever want that? Like, there are a few in Awakening that make me say things like that. Hint, hint, slow burn, hint, hint. And now I wish Sakura had lived to serve. She could actually get that, but then she'd be restricted to only being able to do decent damage with Flame Shuriken is the word I'm looking for. Are those hit rates? I don't like those hit rates. But I will try.
What shall we do?
Nope! Oh, look, I sealed its magic stat of 0. Well, that's already 2, but still. I need to get a crit here for this to work. But we can try. Nope. Oh well, now we still need to be... There are still a lot of enemies left. We've only barely scratched the surface here. Don't really need to do this. In fact, this could miss, and that would be embarrassing. But I just kind of wanted him to
I did it!
move one space further forward. Overall, it does feel like flyers are quite useful on Revelation, thanks to the large numbers of maps with these big open areas that are perfect for flyers. Now, that's kind of funny that we hear Silas's clanking noise going there. You have one chest key, so I don't have to use Sizor there if I don't want to, but let's actually just see. Yeah, Silver Yumi, yeah. Charlotte's not going to want to get hit by 2 Yumis in a single turn, so for now, she's going to hang a bit back. And the award for Dumbest Flyer of the Year goes to... I love manipulating enemy flyers into flying into archers.
That was easy.
Because, yeah, when you do that, it's easy. Like Takumi says. But then again, everything's easy for him. Okay, I kinda had a feeling something like that might happen, but, you do have a Tomahawk? That's probably fine, though. Yeah, see, like I said, Charlotte does not even need Gamble. Because, yeah. Or she could just be one-shotting outright. And not even need the critical. Yeah, I'd much rather have a more reliable hit rate on her, especially when she's doing so much damage in the first place. So, yeah, getting rid of Gamble for now. I'm also glad these generals don't have Wary Fighter. Is Elise... Oh, she's not quite one-rounding enemy flyers. That would be pretty funny if she was.
I hate to do this.
What now? Well, we do this. Takumi, you're lying. You love to do this. And now he's lost competitive. But he should hopefully get it back soon. I almost feel like he's getting a bit RNG screwed on this run. But he's still pretty amazing, so I'm not complaining. What to... that 1% critical rate does worry me. Yeah, and he's only at E rank, so he can't use the hammer. Be pretty cool if he could, but nope. You know, I want other people to actually get that general, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to... fly over here and rally defense. Meanwhile, on the other front... I wonder if we should just... Now I think about this, area is now reminding me of the Sky... I don't know, Sky Garden is it called? The third area in Sonic Generations, which was pretty awesome. Like, everything in that game, because that game was awesome, and I'm kinda glad they're... Well, semi-glad they're doing a Sonic Generations 2, although I'm not sure what their excuse is for having classic Sonic back again, but not really complaining, because that game was actually very good, so... None of them have Duelist Blow, so I can probably afford to just do that, and then also... Kaze now has alright defense, I would put Shiguro there with the guard Naginata, but then he'd probably get even more over-leveled. That's a steal, isn't it? Yeah, if it's D-ranked. I forget what I made that out of, actually. Okay, and Shiguro can now rally speed, which is amazing. Please don't critical. Thank you. Likewise. Thank you for not criticaling. Not thank you for not criticaling. Now he's got an 84% hit rate, so I'm not sure what was the thing with that first Sword Master. Should forget if Leo is level 4 or 5. Once again, you are going to be the useless healer brigade. And yeah, the Wayne Fessel's gone. I had a feeling it wouldn't last for very long. So now let's just finish you.
I won't let you get hurt.
That was nothing.
Brunhilde does have fairly decent might for a magical weapon. It's just, you know, compared to every other legendary weapon in this game, anything would feel kind of underwhelming. With how incredibly broken all of the other ones are.
This could be tough.
And now, yeah, Kaze looks like Yukimura.
That was a good fight.
Who doesn't join on this route for some reason, even though he's still alive. It doesn't really make all that much sense to me, but oh well. Do you have a dual? Yes, you do. Perfect. Although I found out in Midori's paralogue, even with a dual Naginata, Berserkers is still pretty painful. How close is Elise to an... She is fairly close to a next level up. So I can just engage in some hammer time here.
For Lord Ryoma.
Who isn't on this map.
I'm gonna tear you in half.
I wouldn't actually doubt that, given how much that's going to do.
I was so frightened.
Yes, yes. Throw the giant iron hammer casually. That's pretty amazing. I still love the Fire Emblem games where they actually show different weapons in battle. Because in all the other ones, the hammer looks like a regular axe, which I always find looks really silly. Like in all the Game Boy Advance games, the hammer just looks like an axe. Well, we're not going for you, and we're definitely not going for you with Silas. Silas may have ridiculous base stats in HP and his strength and defense on this route, but definitely not in the way of anything like speed. And, well, they aren't royal, they're not going to be able to activate that Dragon's Mane, but they can stay there for a little bit. And, rally speed. Even though I don't think it's going to help Leo double.
I'll try my best. Oh, thank goodness.
Really? It's not going to help him hit either. And I think that guy has just realized that his staff has run out, so he's just like... Yeah, and Uncos is telling him, make the last moments of your pathetic existence mean something. Okay, if that's just thunder, do need to be careful about luring these guys. But if that's just thunder, it shouldn't be too bad. By the way, D Windspam stands for Demon Windspam because in one of the Naruto games, there's this attack called Demon Wind Shuriken, and if you spam it over and over again, it sounds really annoying. Which is quite fitting for the character of Naruto, the really annoying ninja.
I believe in you. It's showtime!
Is that the third one he's got so far? That's actually kind of interesting. I think there are Hoshido symbols on the robe of the Falcon Knight, which makes sense. This is a Hoshidan class, but would feel a bit weird if a Norian reclassed to it. Puppet dance. Okay, so we should get ready. We should also maybe get ready to get potentially rushed by Berserkers. But we are slowly clearing this place out. At the moment, emphasis on slowly. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. S-ranked lance, which I think only Spearmasters can use. So, I'm going to need to get a Spearmaster quickly. But, thankfully, Spear Ike is going to be amazing in this run. But, yeah. Is that... I think that's just critical evade. But, yeah, it halves your strength. People have told me that... Of course, it's critical evade because it's not Arvo. People have told me that that is pretty much the perfect dodge tanking... Not dodge tanking. The perfect tanking weapon. Or more like choke pointing weapon. Because... Dragon's Bridge! Because you don't really want to have too much strength when you're choke pointing. You don't want to kill too many enemies. So, yeah, it helps that way. And at this point, kinda almost makes sense to use Silas here, but are you guys going to be able to... Also, I don't want reinforcements on this map. Just saying, map, please hear me out and don't give me reinforcements. That will be much appreciated. Yeah, he's kind of getting doubled by basically everything at this point. Wow. That was actually pretty insanely lucky of Silas. Then again, I've double missed with 68s in this game before, so... I mean, it's not totally unheard of for that to happen. And like I said, I'm not too worried about Thunder, but I didn't expect to be doing that little damage. Then again, Kaze is only level 1. He is still level 1. Interesting. Wow, you're even more pathetic than the other one. And that's exactly what I thought would happen. I would say I'm not too worried because they all have magic and Leo's good against that, but they also all have axes. And, okay, 15 is still kind of scary, but if I use my dual Naginata, hopefully shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I don't exactly want Mozu to get shot by all of their axes. As much as Sakura is a little behind, I think... I do want to get rid of the Silver Axe one as quickly as I can. Actually, probably should have used Kamui here, but oh well. And that's a bit of a waste of a guard gauge. Are you okay? And you're probably going to come charging at us too. Hang on a minute. Does Mozu have any E-ranked bows on her? She has D-ranked bows. That's unfortunate. Although, she has a dual Naginata, which would be great against the axe users. Very great against the axe users. Okay, yeah, I am absolutely no longer concerned about Mozu here at all.
Looks like we have no choice.
Except this is not going to kill. But yes, I am absolutely not concerned about Mozu at all. In some ways, I'm more concerned about Leo and Sakura. How much those steel axes do? 11. That's not great. They do more, though. I guess Leo with his better HP is sort of the better option here. Probably shouldn't have lured them all at once, but oh well.
Be careful.
Yeah, we should be careful. They're worth a lot of experience, apparently. Okay, you can't quite reach Leo, so that's probably fine. And he's Elise leveled up already. And Flame Shogun does nothing, and he's not doubling. How much speed do you even have? 21 is not bad. It's enough to avoid being doubled by Elise, which is one thing, but... Okay, this could end badly if it goes wrong, but if it doesn't, it should go okay.
Come on!
I'm still really used to Elise using fire. And that should do it.
Oh, it's a pain in the butt.
Naturally. No other way.
I was just kind of recently watching footage of a, let's just say, recent totally not Mega Man game that came out that was apparently not all that great, and Sizor does sound quite a lot like Steve Bloom as Countershade. Well, Steve Bloom is pretty much most of the characters that he plays, really. I almost wonder if they actually told Ben Diskin to imitate him. Because when I first heard Sizor, I thought it was Steve Bloom. I'm not sure what your game plan is.
I'm glad you're safe.
Even if you're doing that just to remove Mozu's guard gauge, you have no chance of hitting her with your axes. I guess they're all just going for whoever can't counterattack. That's probably their plan. Yeah, the AI does tend to have those kind of priorities. Always go for whoever can't counterattack. Now, if everyone kills one enemy each, we should have this. Let's hope this
Let's
works.
try our hardest.
And there is a Falcon Knight maybe incoming, I'm not sure.
Excellent.
Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of like a moon-shaped floating island. Okay, so now Mozu will shoot the second one.
I'm with you.
You smell like a goat.
Who apparently smells like a goat, which gives Mozu a massive damage bonus against them. And I forget what that is. Oh, no, actually that's air superiority, which would have been really helpful during that fight, even though she didn't need any help anyway. Air superiority is a pretty great skill. Actually, I think I should have Shigure focus more on taking out these guys, but Ragnarok is absolutely terrifying. Especially on Conquest, there have been a lot of really terrifying situations involving Ragnarok. And this has I'll just go with his regular tried and true kill lance here. And, okay, that wasn't okay.
Short, yet sweet.
Such is the life of the followers of the enemies of Kamui. Okay, I'm glad he's getting more strength now. He's kind of up to Hinoka's level in terms of strength, I think. Okay, now... there are just you guys. I don't think there are any more Kinshi Knights, actually. So, I can basically feel safe in flying Baruka over there to whack all of those generals, but I kind of want Charlotte to get some of the action. Problem is, Charlotte is... okay, now as long as Elise stays out of range of you guys... Elise does pretty perfectly here. Actually, Sizor won't... actually, no, Sizor's resistance is very bad for a ninja, so... that's actually not good. And let's just go for that. I don't think I've ever used a Moonfestal staff on any of my runs. But they do seem very, very good.
Yay!
I feel like Elise is getting a little bit speed screwed on this run. Not that she really needs it, since she has enough speed to double what matters, and... she has enough, well... other stuff to... what was I saying about Sizor having terrible resistance for a mage? Thankfully this is only a rat spirit. And it missed. Your rat is useless! Aha, I am making that come back. I had a feeling you go for
I'll
Leo.
stay with you.
Leo can be pretty tanky. His speed does worry me a bit sometimes, though.
More to come.
Like, his actual overall base stats apparently has one of the best growth totals in the game. The thing about that, though, is I was looking at the growth totals, and it does seem like it's heavily biased towards characters who have hybrid growths of physical and magic. So, for example, Caesar also has one of the highest growth totals in the game, but that is mostly only because he... That is going to kill you, isn't it? That's mostly only because he... I did not just move her into Great Master range. Well, she gets a guard gauge out of that. No, I didn't move her into Great Master range, thank you, Forests. Yeah, what I was saying is, like, Sizor's really high up there, but that's because he has a surprisingly decent magic growth. And pretty much everyone else who's high up on the growth totals is also someone who has okay growths in both physical and magical stats, so... Yeah, the growth totals do seem to be slightly biased. Sorry about that, but yeah, that damage.
It's over.
Silas is definitely a powerhouse. Not quite to the insane extent of Charlotte, but still. Actually, I should probably set up that bridge anytime now. Don't really need to actually wait. Yeah, that'd warp them over there. Let's wait a little bit before we do that. So far, though, this chapter actually hasn't really been all that interesting. It's mostly just been... Okay, let's lock in all of you. It's mostly just been... Don't do that. Just been slowly advance, take out the enemies, keep slowly advancing. I kind of want to push him over the edge because he is just... Him being level 1 is just not that. Really? Okay, that was a good first level up. Him being not level 1, I mean, he is definitely good at this point. I meant to say him being level 1 at this point is a little discouraging. Exactly enough damage to kill though was cool. Thanks to the debuff though.
It was the only way.
Actually, I just realized that means the enemy Falcon Knights also have Hoshiden symbols on them despite being aligned with Vala.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that was admittedly even worse than Elise's level ups, no matter how speed screwed she's getting, which is kind of a problem. Now, I remember how I said before that even with a dual Naginata, Berserkers are still terrifying? Let's see that in action.
Let's go.
Yeah, okay, that's... See, yeah, 34% of a hit rate is still somewhat likely, and he does die in 2 hits to Berserkers. And he crit
An
hit.
encore? If you insist.
He's just going crazy this chapter. He is determined to reclaim his rightful
Farewell,
homeland.
fallen one.
And... no, not that great. As much as I'd like him to get a little bit more experience. Yeah, let's go with that. That was more damage.
Be careful.
Can Sizor finish that from there? Yes, he can. Actually, wait, yeah, Demon Wingspan must be an iron one.
I'll go with you.
Sometimes I forget that with the... Really? No, he can't do it inevitably with my luck or something like that. Evidently was the word I was looking for there, probably.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I'm recording this video a little
My
later than I
song
usually
is
do,
pure.
so I might be kind of tired. Which is why I'm amazed that I'm actually still playing decently. Let's continue that streak by not being an idiot and putting Elise in their range or something like that. I do need to take out those Great Masters. 33 attack power, and Charlotte has pretty much no defense at all. Oh, right, he can promote. You know what, I'm actually going to lure them in with you, and I'm going to equip that because I don't want to kill them, because I want Charlotte to get it. But I guess time for the two ninja brothers to loot the chests on this map, and yeah, like I said, those are some pretty great Master Ninja stats, actually. Now I get to see him as we saw him when he was now out on Conquest temporarily. Let's hope he doesn't suffer death by being too awesome. Although, I just realized those stats are mostly due to Charlotte's pair-up bonuses. Yeah, in actual fact, they're not that great. That is a lot of skill, though. And that Sting Shuriken is going to be useful against these guys, even though it probably won't one-round any of them. Also, let's not activate the Vein just yet. Because that would put Elise in danger.
On guard!
Yeah, that's alright. Beware the demonic-eyed toucans. Okay, so he's doing decently well, but the real thing I want to show is this. No, they have so much luck that she only has a 47% critical. Yeah, only 47 critical rate. That is only by Charlotte standards. That's saying something. Kind of annoyed she got RNG through it on Conquest. Charlotte is definitely pretty amazing. Also, Berserker level 5 skill, which I don't think I've actually got before.
Well,
Rally Strength, I may have actually got that before. Rally Strength on... Oh yeah, because Warrior doesn't exist anymore. Rally Strength is definitely pretty cool, but... I was kind of hoping for Wrath or something. I don't think... Does Wrath even exist in this game? Because I know that it's going to be Axe Fair. Yeah, the next thing she gets is going to be Axe Fair. Okay, maybe I can go with... In the interest of getting through here faster, Dragon's Vein! And I just trapped Charlotte and Sizor down there. They'll have to take the long way round. Which they actually can't do because... We can just keep using the veins though. So it should be alright. Now up here, here's the issue. We have 2 chests there, only 1 chest key. And you have a silver axe and a hand axe. You don't get doubled by that. You don't get doubled by her either. But they do have a full guard gauge, so... Shouldn't be too worried about doing this. Should probably give Sakura better magic, because unlike Elise, she has the... Actually, no, her skill's not that great. I was about to say she has the skill to hit with it, and then I realized, actually, she kinda doesn't. And yeah, Kaze's not gonna do all that well against those guys there. So Ragnarok guy, yeah, that is still kind of terrifying, even with Shigure and his really good resistance. But I'm gonna go for it anyway with this guard Naginata.
We've got this.
I say this every single time, but thankfully Ragnarok doesn't crash the game anymore. I've probably already said this as well, but the original translation patch of that game, of Gaiden, was kind of bizarrely terrible. I don't even know how it got that bad. They just had such a low character allowance, they had to call archers the letter R. Like, wow, really? They had to call archers R, like as in the letter R, because they didn't want to call them Arch, because that would lead to jokes about a certain thing that I'm not really aware of. There we go. And a character called Robin. Yes, there was a Robin before Awakening. There was limited character space, so they had to call him Bird. You actually had a character in your army named Bird. I think it has a better translation patch available now, but from what I don't know if it's actually the thing itself. The script that I read of Gaiden had a lot of kind of harsh swearing by the sounds of the series. I really hate it when fan translations just put swearing in where it doesn't really belong. Like, you know, like, it has to fit the kind of thing you're going for. Fire Emblem rarely uses anything above... Like, hell is usually the worst they go. So, to see a fan translation that used the F word for Gaiden, you would not get that in an official Fire Emblem game. And I always think fan translations should try and mimic what an official translation would look like as much as possible. Like, New Mystery of the Emblems translation was really good for that.
Not a chance.
It really did a great job of imitating the feel of Shadow Dragon's official translation. Oh yeah, you start moving. You'll get to us in about maybe 5 years, give or take. And I have to switch the bridges again. Does that affect... I don't know if that's... No, that's not, because it says plane, not bridge. Okay, well, firstly... You know, actually, firstly, I'm going to do this.
I have faith in you. Stay strong.
Be ready.
I don't know, I may have caused controversy by saying those things that I said about fan translations, but... I guess there are different purposes to fan translations, but I always feel that fan translations should always, or basically only, be used to... Okay, Silverax. No, she has a guard meter, she'll be fine. Like I said, should always be used to... give people access to a game that would normally not be available in their country. As is the case with Fire Emblem Gaiden, like I was showing. Didn't even hear what he said there. And there are more things I could say on this phenomenon, but I probably won't because I'm kind of tired and I would probably end up saying something that I would really regret because for some reason the community nowadays towards translations is just
I did it!
it's gone completely insane. It was never like this before. I don't know what happened. I also don't see how this whole... Again, I might be saying something I regret anyway. Dragonstone Plus. I guess it's about time we got one of those. This is a complete dead end, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But like I was saying, I don't really know how this whole anti-localization thing even emerged when everyone absolutely adored the US version of Splatoon, which is even more a radical change than Fate's ever was.
I got this.
Like, the entire final boss fight, completely rewritten from the ground up. And yet people aren't angry at that in any way at all. They in fact love it. And yet complain about some incredibly minor changes in certain bits of dialogue. I know it's probably a minority who do this though. I don't mean any offense.
I'm here to help. Are you okay? I'll protect you.
Anyway, Shigure is doing a pretty decent job of being a one-man army up there. And yeah, of course, the one thing that hit her was the one blast damage, but she's gonna be fine.
Ready for this? Not a chance.
Can't believe I got on to all of this just due to mentioning Ragnarok. Short story, the Actually, now that I think about it, Thrakia's original fan translation was also pretty terrible for different reasons. They seem to have... I remember... I don't know. Like, there was someone who told me there was an In America meme reference in the Thrakia 776 fan translation. I really have no idea why anyone put that in there.
Remain calm.
It's also kind of funny because there's a bit in the game where, this is going really off track, but there's a bit in the game where, mostly because this chapter is not really being all that interesting at this point, but there's a bit in that game where Leif, the main character, uses the alias Lou Faris at one point, and Hannibal says something like, yes, you do look like him. Now, when I first saw that, I expected it was a meme reference that I didn't get, and it was just put in by fan translators being weird. It's actually not. The Lou Faris thing is a really obscure reference to, apparently Leif's middle name is Faris, but you only know that if you've seen an official timeline of the FE4 and FE5 series that was never officially released at all. Not even never officially released outside Japan, just flat out never released. A completely unused document detailing the official timeline that lists Leif's full name as Leif Faris Klaus, which is where he got the alias from. But not knowing that, that line came off as extremely weird. There, of course, was that line in FE's fourth fan translation, where when Andre showed up, they said, nice mullet. Yeah, that was another case of just plain weirdness. Then there's also the whole thing in the Thrakia 776 fan translation involving Murder Hollis. It's just so bizarre. There's this chapter that's called Murder Hollis, and the guy who was fan translating it said that apparently Murder Hollis is the name of a plan in medieval times where you would lock yourselves and the enemy in a room and fight to the death. Thing is, that's extremely likely to be 100% false. Many people have looked up medieval strategy, things like that. No one has ever found anything remotely called Murder Hollis. And the closest people can think as to what's happening is that one of the villains likes to name his plans after random parts of a castle. So he calls one of his strategies Portcullis. Some people think it's probably just another gratuitous English thing. Some just random medieval-sounding phrases that the Japanese script assumed sounded cool and just used them just like that. Wakizashi. Okay. Well, we can technically buy those, but that's still alright. To continue my off-topic streak in this chapter, Wakizashi is the name of one of Yojimbo's attacks in FF10. I guess while I'm continuing this off-topic rant, I can tell a story that,
On my honor as a knight.
so, I didn't get one of those spheres in Visay Temple that you need to get, I think it's Anima, yeah. So, when I got back there, Dark Velafor was blocking the path.
Who's next?
Because the European version of FF10 is based off of FF10 and she can use that, that's awesome. Is based off of FF10 International, which is the improved version, and so has the Dark Aeons, which is a massive double-edged sword because it means that if you don't get everything from certain areas in the game before leaving, you find Dark Aeons blocking your path later on and it's almost impossible to 100% the game. For example, I, at the moment, have Dark Bahamut guarding Titus's final legendary weapon upgrade, and yeah, there's no way I'm getting through that. But like I said, Dark Velafor was blocking the way back to Besaid. So, on a whim, I summoned Yojimbo, paid him all my gil, which was only 300,000, which is not that much in the grand scheme of things, hoping to get Zanmato, which for those who don't know is an instant kill attack that he can just use randomly, depending on how much he likes you and how much you paid him. Yojimbo is such a weird summon. Anyway, so I paid him all my money, which wasn't all that much, I wasn't hoping for much, and first try, I got Zanmato, and bye-bye Dark Velafor instantly. So that was a rare instance of actual good luck from me, which was pretty awesome. I guess I can let Sakura take this one.
Stay on your toes.
This is just the off-topic discussion episode, isn't it? Probably because they're... Really? Isn't all that much to discuss about this chapter at this point? I normally don't like to just launch into random off-topic discussion, but at this point, I don't really have much of a choice. You don't have a staff, but you could get one. There aren't any cavalry at all in this chapter, let's get rid of that. And that's the only staff you've got. Oh well, it's better than nothing.
Thank you so very much.
Okay, we've got a bunch of Armor Knights heading down towards us. Dragon's Bridge! I don't really want to take that risk with all these other guys incoming. Although... oh, definitely no. Definitely no. I do kind of want to kill that guy quickly, though. Now, though, I think I'll just put Charlotte here. This is basically our final battle of this chapter. And I'm okay with it being taken on by this team, because everyone else is, except for Kaze, but everyone else over here is fairly over-leveled. Now, you need to temporarily split from Leo, because he is quite badly hurt. That's actually going to do quite a good job of healing.
I said thank you.
Well, only 7, but still better than nothing. Okay, now. That is not enough. Okay, you have a silver axe. Let's see if I can get rid of you first. Well, silver lance, whatever.
We have no choice.
I just remembered this is a defeat boss mission.
Stay strong.
That is kind of an interesting map, but it's been sort of boring so far. Can Sizor... No, he can't. But let's just weaken you with Takumi a little bit. Hopefully this will. And yeah, we're obviously back to getting the competitive boost if his crit rate's that high. You have a silver axe. I don't like that at all. Because yeah, if you hit Sizor with that, he's probably going to be very dead very fast. I actually think I attacked the wrong enemy. Now that I think about it. So I can't attack you without getting into range of other stuff. Although, if we both do the same, she'll actually survive 2 hits of 23, so I guess this is okay.
Fate, I guess.
Yes, it is fate that this guy gets smashed with a hammer. And she dodged anyway. Hammer jumping backhand.
I win!
And hammer casually throw on the ground. Thought you'd be going for that, that's fine. And yeah, only 3 left. It's weird. This chapter feels simultaneously like it went on for a really long time, and like it went on for no time at all. Bizarre paradox there, but I'll need to make sure that I...
You have breathed your last.
And there's the Realma retainer quote.
Goodbye.
Is that going to be a level up? Yes, it is. Yeah, he's got massive skill. The rest of his stats aren't too great. I'm pretty sure that I've got every chest so far, too. That is a bad idea. But that's not a bad idea.
I have faith in you.
And Baruch is getting the bonus from someone who can't counterattack, I believe. I think my Baruch is actually getting quite strength quest. Though I think Wyvern Lord does give a pretty big boost to strength. So really all that's left is to just smash the boss, who is quite weak, so this should probably not take too long. There's actually no real harm in doing that. We all got a decent amount of experience from this. Yes, Mozu or Kaze have the lowest levels among all of us, so I could try and go for them, although the boss does have Darting Blow. Camaraderie is not going to save you now, you have no comrades left. Actually, there's another thing I could say regarding... Oh, great, another Master Seal. Soon I'll be able to buy those, so that's kind of not really the bit... Or I could just immediately destroy you without any... Yeah, you know what? We've got all the chests. At least I'm pretty sure we've got all the chests. So, let's just go ahead and finish this. I wish the generic Valite bosses actually had dialogue. They even gave the generic Risen Chiefs dialogue. I just didn't give it for these guys. And with that, finally, Anthony has a bit of explaining to do. She can't use that yet, but soon. There we go. I actually took longer with that than I did with the last chapter. And so... let's see. Hinoka's got a crab lance there. I'm wondering what they base the animations of her on when she's dismounted. Yeah, we were... You know that bridge disappearing? You didn't have anything to do with that, did you? Stone Castle Gygus, which looks somewhat Aztec-y.
Oh,
Yeah.
That back entrance wouldn't happen to be an obvious trap, would it?
I won't allow it!
Ah! Hey,
Well, considering that he went across it just fine, and the moment that we were over it, the bridge started collapsing, maybe.
No!
So, from what I read, people are really annoyed at Kamui over something that happens during the Anthony arc. I guess this is it.
big brother.
Maybe. I do think that Xander was definitely going a little bit too far there. I think it's alright to be suspicious of Anthony at this point, like Camilla's saying, but to outright want to kill him on the spot is... yeah, I'd have to side against Xander here.
Yes. No.
We have only just met him, though. Well, yeah, I guess so. And Ryoma's not in this cutscene, so I wonder what his input would be. Yeah, but that's mostly because we happen to be family with both sides. And this is also a good point, like, again, if people are hating Kamui/Korin over this, this line shows that that's meant to be an actual character flaw. See, exactly, they're actually... when something's actually presented as a character flaw and explained in-universe as something that could cause problems, I wouldn't chalk this up as bad writing. Anyway, that's the end of that chapter. Next time, again, I'm really not sure, but apparently we'll be trying to get into the castle via a secret passage, so see you then, and let's hope that Anthony doesn't betray us, otherwise, you know what, who am I kidding? Of course he's going to betray us, but, we'll see what happens.